Okay, let's do the 70-degree probe calibration. What we need to have is version 1 calibration block. I'll be using ultrasound gel because I think it's easier to work with, because when you put the probe on the metal with the gel, it sticks, it doesn't fall off, so maybe it will be faster. We need also a ruler or a bigger one to look, and something else. Okay, so we connect the cable, let's say to the first one, because we have only one cable, and connect it to the probe. Then what? Okay, I need to talk about the plan, what we will be doing. Okay, and not this way, this way. What is the version 1 calibration block? That's the block with marks, okay? And we'll need this 70. Now we also have here a hole, okay? What we also have is here some marks here, so we will be using all kinds of parts of this block. The way I will be doing it is like this. First, when you take the probe, you put the numbers into the machine of this probe. Then when I put this into the machine, I check the X value and I will write that down, the angle, then because I know the velocity of this metal, the sound speed in this metal, I will use that to calibrate only to find the probe delay, not this one. And we'll check the sensitivity hole, the small one that I showed you. And that will be the calibration of the angle probe. After that, we'll be using a dark block to draw the dark line for size of the indication. So our probe is 70 degree and 4 megahertz, and this size. I will take the machine now and put these numbers into USM Go Plus. Okay, the first thing to put in is 70 degrees. Where do we put that? I go to the big menu, holding the middle, then I go to eval menu, and here is probe angle. So I am going up, I'm here, and I'm going to the right, and it's 70 here. Now another setting here is 4 megahertz. I return back, I go to the receiver, I'm going up, and here I have 4 megahertz. That's good enough, but another setting that we can use is like this. but it's listening to more, from 1 to 5, and this is listening to 4 and around 4 megahertz. So let's put it 4 megahertz. Maybe we should also check if it's working. So you just take the probe and push it with the finger, and you see that the graph, the spikes changes, so it has a connection, a normal one. Okay. Another setting that we have is in the range, it's probe delay. It's the old one. We don't know the probe delay of this. So what I am doing now is I'm going up, up, up into it now, and then going left or going, which is faster, let's say, and I'm making 0 out of it. It's not going very fast. And this way? Okay, it's 0. And here is already some noise, but we'll put a real probe delay in, and then for now it's 0. Now we need to take the calibration block, and I can see that you won't see it on here because it's the reverse side, so I will try putting it like this. That will be not very nice. Okay, what I'm going to find out now is X value. How you do it is you put the probe here. You put the probe here, somewhere here, and leave it. Now, the range is 100, and the range of this is 100. That's why we have a spike there. What we need to do is make the range like 250. So I'm going up, and with this one then making it 125, 150, yeah, maybe 150. Okay, now I have programmed the 80-degree auto 80, and that should be here. No, freeze here. Okay, I have to put this gate on this spike, or I can just change the gain with these going down, and here is the spike. Maybe it's a good time to talk about legs and what are these things. What I'm going to do is find the thickness, because our thickness in here is 110 centimeters. So what I need to do, I think it's in the big menu, going in, and here is thickness, and I will change it to my thickness of my object is 100, and I set it here. Now X value, what I need to do is make it also 0 now, because I'm finding it out, so it's 0. I'm going back, and now, okay, the legs have disappeared. Okay, that we can turn it off, but let's leave it this way. Now what I have to do is put this gate on the spike. Let's go to gate A, and here is the start up. Okay, and the start will be, well, I should not press into it. Here you can see that it's moving. We don't need a big one, so back a bit here. Now width, I can change it, going left, and it's moving. Let's say you can do whatever form you want. Now I want to put it up there, so go to the threshold. Now it's 10%. I will be moving it up here. Okay, it's recording. I thought I forgot to push the buttons. Okay, and we can see here a dot. So it's taking this spike, the peak of the spike, and there is a sign there. Okay, so the sound goes now this way. You cannot see. The sound goes from the probe at 70-degree angle like this, going back into the probe, and it listens to it, and here is the spike. Now, okay, you should look at the screen also. What I'm doing, okay, here we are doing. When you move the probe, I have to find the highest peak, so I need to push the gain down or make it now 80. So I think this is the button. Tonks? No. Okay. Oh, it went down maybe. I'm on the threshold, so it's moving. No, go down to the range, and maybe now here it made the peak 80 because this thing is programmed to be auto 80. Now I move it once again and it's not 80, so I am trying here, stop it here, then push it once again, 80. Now more, 80. Okay, and here too much, once again 80 here. Now we can see that it sometimes goes up, sometimes goes down here, and I need to find the peak, and I move the probe straight forward and backward a bit, and then stop where it's the highest one. Then I move it, wiggle it, okay, and then I find this place, and then I hold it. What I need to do then is to check here. This thing will be X value, and X value here is, let's say 13. So out of here, out of this place 13, the sound beam is going out of the probe. Okay, so it's 13. I can check it once again, the highest place, and then just move it around like this, and here, and well, now it's 12.5, so maybe it's good enough here, 12 and a bit. Okay, so I can do like, let's make it 12. Okay, 12.5, let's say. So our probe X value is 12.5, and I will put it like here, 12.5. What I do then is put it into the machine, because when we put this number in, we will measure the distance from here automatically, from this wall of the probe. So we need this number to put in. And where do we put it in? I think in the big menu, somewhere there. So let's go into the big menu with the middle one. X value is here, and I put 12.5, so I am increasing this to 12.5. Just stop when it's the right time. Twelve and a half. Well, that's half of the millimeter, so well, it's good enough. Okay, here the X value is set of this probe, and the probe here is 70.383 is the number of the probe. Okay, that's set. Now angle, we need to check if it's 70 or if it's different. So I will pause and continue with the checking of the real angle of the probe. Let's move. We take this piece and we find 70 written somewhere. 70 written somewhere is here. So what we do is turn it around and take some gel and put it here where we need it. And then what we do is do the same thing. Put it on 70. We already know that our sound goes from 12.5. So if 12.5 is where 70 is, then it's 70 degrees. So here I have put it where it should be. Now we don't see anything. So on the machine, well, that's okay. I go back and the sound like this. Let's do like this. And you can see that the spike is small, but still I can make it 80 if I want. Let's make it 80. Come on. Too much. Here, maybe now it's 80. No, let's make it by hand. And it should be here. So, okay, I need to focus on the screen. I am trying to find the highest peak. And the highest peak is like here. If I move it back where the 12.5 is, it's here. So here is 70. And then when I'm moving, it's getting higher. So it's not really 70. I should put the gate. Well, on the spike here, and then I should try to find the highest place, and it's somewhere here. Okay, let's say that it's here, and if it's here, then what it shows is that 70 is 15, 16, 17, it's 18 here, and our sound goes from here. It goes not from 70. Now if here is the sound that is going out. So we have 60, 62, 64, 66, 68. So it's 68, 69. Okay, then it's 69 here because it's 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and it's half of the last two. Here is the sound. So I will put the real angle is like 69. That will be good enough. So the probe is not 70, it's 69. I will write that down. 69 degrees. Now, where do we put it? We go back to the big menu, and here is the angle. So I'm going up and then changing to... We can be more exact if we want, but I think it's good enough for the demonstration that I'm doing. Oh, okay, that's the real angle. Now we need to find another thing, the probe delay of this probe. So how do we measure the probe delay? We go back to the screen, to the spikes. We have here AutoCal. What we need to do is take the calibration block and move it back where we started. I'll do this and move it like this. Okay. Now we need to take the gel back here. I will put it exactly on this 12.5. I will put the gate. Okay, so it's somewhere here. I'm going to the gate. I'm moving the start of the gate to the right here. Now maybe I can click Auto 80. No, it's changing the start. Now going back like this. Now going back down, and maybe now. Okay, it made it 80. And I have put it exactly where I need, 12.5. Here, the highest peak is here. Now, let's go to AutoCal. Here. Start of the gate, ref 100. Hey, up. Record off. Now probe angle, thickness, X value. Okay, everything is fine here. What I will be doing now is this thing should be 100. So it will change the probe delay to the... Okay, we can do that manually, but we won't. So we'll do it with the machine. Let's try this way. Because we have set the velocity already and we know the velocity of the block, we'll do it manually. No, I need to go back here, back to... I want to return. Let's do this. Go back here. And now Ah, you don't see anything. Okay, we need to return to this screen. I have put this probe here and it's stuck here, so it's good to use the ultrasound gel and not the oil. Okay, so I'm going back here and I'll be doing it manually because the velocity is already set. So here is the probe delay. I go up and it says 111 here. I'm increasing it and I need the probe delay to be such that here I can see 100 exactly. So I'm moving the numbers. I'm clicking left and right. And now I will find what is the probe delay of this probe. Here it's moving. Okay, here is the start of 100, so it can be 7.100. Now I'm moving still left, up, 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 up. Okay, 1.102, so 709, so it will be like 7.5, let's say. Okay, I am moving it up. Here we have a probe delay of this probe that is stuck here. Now, where do I put it so it stays here? Let's try go to the big one and check if there is such a setting here or not. I don't think so, but maybe not. So it's good enough that it is there. Okay, going back. So I have marked this thing, and according to this thing I have found the probe delay, this number of this probe that is stuck here. Then the last thing to do is check the sensitivity of this probe. Can we find the small hole in there? So now the sensitivity check. What we need to do is clean the gel because we need to turn around the calibration block. Doesn't matter. Here we can clean it better later. What I will be doing is moving the probe like here till I can find this hole like this, because it's 70 degrees, so I'll be doing something like that. Okay, here is the hole, and here is the screen. We need everything in here that's not fitting in. I have to figure it out how to do it better. So now you can see like this. I'm putting on some gel. I'm putting the probe. Now you can see the screen also. Yep. And then I need to find something. And that something is moving, I think, here, because that's 100 and that's like 30, 25, so something like that. Okay, I need to increase the gain because that's too small, because it's a small hole. So with this thing, okay, with this thing up. I'm pushing and it's increasing, okay, like here. Now I want to move the gate back up, the start of the gate. Okay, so now what I'm doing, I'm moving the gate start left, so it's on the spike. Here you go. Sorry for the noises around me. Okay, and now I have found this hole. I think I have found it. So here is the best signal. I'm leaving the probe here. Here. Now what I want to measure is 26, 14 and 41. So 41 should be okay, you will, well, this thing shows 27, something like 26 and a half, this distance. So okay, 26 and a half, something like that, not exactly like that, but okay, I think that's it. Now the height, 1463, it's 15 from the up there, it's 14. It's good enough. So I'm not sure which part I'm getting of the hole, but it's 14 from the up there, so it's 15 and a half from the bottom, so it's 14 and a half something in the middle of the hole. Okay, now this direction, I think I need to measure from this 12 starting point, because it's going from here to the hole. Okay, I can show you like this. So it should be something 41. So if I put the ruler here and I put it here, it's something 41 starting from here. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so look at this thing. Okay, so 41 starting somewhere here. Okay, so that's the hole I found, and it's 1469. Now I have some numbers of other work I did, and what I have found the hole is like 1474, 1470, 1360. So 1470 is good enough. It's a normal place for it to be. And if I move it up and down, you can see that okay, this changes. So it can change to 14, to 15 and a half. So here the spike is like here, and then the distance, angle length is here, and then the distance from the start, it's here. So when I'm moving it around, it's also changing. So when you find the peak like here, 25, you just take the ruler and you measure it from here, and it's okay, it's 25. So when you find a defect, okay, something like that, here is a defect inside the metal, what you do is you measure distance from the probe start, and here is the place of the defect. Okay, now here is the depth of the defect. It's 14, and here is the defect. Okay, and this, so you to the defect you get 3 measures where it is. Okay, so here is a defect and we have found it. So sensitivity is good enough for us. Okay, we found a hole that is small. Now I will go and save these settings, because the calibration of the probe is done, but we need to save it, because when I connect the other probe, the settings will be gone. So what I need to do now is go to the menu and save these settings. Okay, on them I will do the dark settings on them after that, and the 70-degree probe calibration will be done. Pause. Okay, so how you save the settings, how I save the settings, so you don't have, you just take it and use it. I go to the big menu. Here is the files. The files is where it's eval dark config 4 config files. Now I have a file name here and action and enter. Okay, the file name, we have limited number of symbols and I don't know exactly how many, so I go into here. I then do what? I have no idea. Enter maybe. Okay, I need to find something. Okay, let's say this one, enter it. Let's say no. Let's try this. Recall, not recall. Enter. No good. I need to store report, store data set. Okay, store data set. Enter. Now I need, how I change this thing? Okay, I'm trying to go inside now. Here. Now how many, I don't know. How to delete them. How to, hey, okay. Going left, down. Left, down. Left, down. Left, down. Left, down. What I will do for now is try to figure out the name. So it will be my name's name. So I know it's my settings. Then let's say a dot. I will try to find, okay, something like that. Not really nice. Like this. Now I need to put in 70. So I am trying to find 70. If you don't have many probes, that's like 3 settings you have. Then I can put also the number. If I have 2 70s, then this one is important. Okay, 3. Not this way. 3, 8. No, down. Down is numbers. 3. Let's say, how much do we have? Megahertz. Okay, 4 megahertz we have, so let's try 4. And we have one more thing, one more thing, one more thing. Maybe it's okay, it's finished. What I do now is I go enter, I go store dataset, enter. Come on, stored successfully. Okay, so I have saved these settings with this name. So if I need to take it once again later, I go to here, I go into here, I click recall dataset and enter, and I go enter, and it will put the dataset of this probe into the machine for me to work. That's the way you save the file name and take it out. Okay, I have no words already. English words. So going back, and that's our probe here with all the settings that are saved. That's the calibration of the 70-degree probe. Now I want to do the dark calibration also for this one, and it will be finished. Bye for now.